Have you ever sat down to a meal only to feel a little uneasy afterward? Maybe your stomach feels a bit bloated, or there's that all too familiar gurgling, even when you thought you ate something safe. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're definitely not doing anything wrong. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive, especially our digestive systems. And for those of us managing thyroid issues like hypothyroidism, those tummy troubles can be even more common. The connection between your thyroid and your gut is real, and it matters more than most people think. That's why today we're going to focus on something close to all our hearts and bellies: cooking. But not just any cooking. We're talking about gentle, nourishing meals that keep your gut happy without sacrificing flavor or comfort. In this video, we'll walk through 5 simple, delicious recipes that are perfect for seniors with sensitive stomachs. These recipes are easy to make, thyroid-friendly, and designed to give your digestion a helping hand. Whether you're cooking for yourself, your partner, or a loved one, you'll find something here that brings both ease and joy to your kitchen. Now, you might be wondering, can food really make that big of a difference? And the answer is absolutely yes. What you eat affects how you feel, physically, mentally, and emotionally. A happy gut means better nutrient absorption, more energy, fewer aches and pains, and even better sleep. And for those of us managing thyroid health, keeping inflammation down and supporting our digestion can make a huge impact on how our medication works and how we feel day to day. So, let's dive right into the first recipe. It's something warm, soothing, and comforting, exactly what a sensitive gut craves. Let's talk about recipe number 1, a gentle bone broth and veggie soup. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, soup again, hang with me. This isn't just any soup. This is a belly-soothing, nutrient-packed bowl of goodness that's easy to digest and loaded with ingredients that calm inflammation and support gut health. Start with a high-quality bone broth. Chicken or beef are both great options. You can make your own if you're up for it, or grab a store-bought version. Just look for something organic, low in sodium, and free from added sugars or artificial flavors. Bone broth is full of collagen, gelatin, and amino acids like glutamine, all of which help strengthen the gut lining. Now add in some chopped carrots, zucchini, a bit of spinach, and maybe some soft-cooked rice or quinoa if you want a little more substance. Cook it until everything is nice and tender. Then season gently, just a little Himalayan salt, turmeric for anti-inflammatory magic, and a touch of ginger to help ease digestion. That's it. It's like a warm hug for your stomach. This soup is especially good if you're recovering from a stomach upset, or if you're starting to introduce solid food after a flare-up. It's also a great option when you're feeling too tired to cook something heavy or complicated. You can make a big batch and freeze portions for easy meals throughout the week. And trust me, your gut will thank you. Now, if you're someone who wakes up feeling a little off, maybe your stomach feels tight or you don't have much appetite, this next recipe is for you. It's light, refreshing, and gives your body the kind of gentle start it needs. Let's move on to our second recipe, a gut-friendly chia seed pudding. Yes, pudding for breakfast. And not just any pudding. This one is packed with fiber, healthy fats, and nutrients that soothe the digestive system and help keep things moving. If you know what I mean, all you need are 3 simple ingredients: chia seeds, unsweetened almond milk, or another non-dairy option, and a small drizzle of pure maple syrup or honey. Mix it together in a jar or bowl and let it sit overnight. That's it. Chia seeds are a powerhouse for gut health. They're rich in soluble fiber, which helps feed your good gut bacteria. Especially important if you're taking any thyroid medication, since those can sometimes slow digestion. Plus, the texture is soft and easy to digest, which is perfect for anyone dealing with bloating or gas. Now, here's a little extra tip. Add a spoonful of mashed banana or stewed apples before serving. Not only does it add natural sweetness, but both are gentle on the stomach and full of prebiotic fiber. Prebiotics help feed the good bacteria in your gut and keep things balanced, which is extra important if you're managing thyroid issues that affect metabolism and digestion. What I love most about this pudding is how versatile it is. You can make it sweet or savory, change up the toppings, and prep a few jars at a time to have breakfast ready for the week. No more wondering what to eat or reaching for something processed or sugary. Just real, Whole food that supports your energy and digestion from the moment you wake up. And here's the thing I want you to remember. Eating for your gut doesn't have to mean sacrificing joy or flavor. It's not about restriction. It's about choosing foods that love you back. Foods that give you the energy to do what you love. Whether that's gardening, walking with a friend, or just having enough focus to enjoy your favorite book. Now that we've covered our first two recipes, a warm, soothing soup and a cool, refreshing pudding, let's keep the momentum going. Because up next, we're going to dive into one of my absolute favorite comfort meals that just happens to be incredibly gut-friendly, too. Ready to keep cooking? Let's head into the kitchen for our next recipe. All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us or picking up from where we left off, we've already warmed things up with a comforting bone broth and veggie soup and started our day right with a soothing chia seed pudding. Simple, gentle, and full of the kind of goodness your body actually thanks you for. Now let's keep going, because the next recipe might just be the one you reach for when you're craving something hearty, but still need it to sit well with your stomach. It's easy to assume that eating for a sensitive gut means cutting out all your favorites. But trust me, this next dish is pure comfort in a bowl, without the belly backlash. Let's talk about a soft sweet potato and lentil mash. Sounds humble, right? But don't underestimate the power of these ingredients when it comes to gut health and thyroid support. Sweet potatoes are one of nature's gifts for sensitive digestion. They're soft, easy to break down, and full of fiber, but not the harsh, scratchy kind. This is soluble fiber, the kind that gently supports your bowels, regulates blood sugar, and keeps inflammation at bay. For those of us dealing with sluggish digestion or constipation, often common for folks with underactive thyroids, sweet potatoes can be a gentle helper. Now pair that with red lentils. Yes, red specifically, because they cook quickly and become soft and mushy, making them easier to digest than the firmer varieties. Lentils are full of plant-based protein, iron, and magnesium, nutrients your thyroid absolutely adores. And they're budget-friendly, too. To make this dish, peel and chop 2 sweet potatoes and boil them until soft. While they're cooking, rinse a half cup of red lentils and simmer them in water or low-sodium veggie broth until they're tender, about 15 minutes. Then, simply mash everything together with a drizzle of olive oil, a pinch of turmeric, and a sprinkle of sea salt. You can add a splash of almond milk or bone broth to loosen it up if needed. What you get is a creamy, flavorful mash that's filling, nutritious, and incredibly gentle. It's the kind of meal that feels cozy and grounding without leaving you feeling bloated or weighed down. It's also great as a base. Try topping it with a few steamed greens or soft-cooked carrots if you want to add more texture. One of the best things about this dish is that it supports your thyroid and your gut at the same time. We're not just eating to feel better now. We're eating to feel stronger tomorrow. That's the power of intentional cooking. Now, let's move on to a recipe that might surprise you. Because when we think of gut health, we don't always think of breakfast beyond oatmeal or toast. But this next idea adds a refreshing twist to the morning routine, while giving your digestion the calm, supportive start it needs. I'm talking about a steamed pear and ginger combo. Yes, pears. Steamed, with fresh ginger. It sounds simple, and that's because it is, but it works wonders. Pears are one of the most gut-friendly fruits out there. They're full of pectin, a type of soluble fiber that helps regulate bowel movements without being harsh or irritating. When they're gently steamed, they become even easier to digest, making them perfect for anyone who deals with acid reflux, gas, or sluggish digestion in the mornings. Ginger, on the other hand, is a natural digestive tonic. It helps soothe nausea, reduce inflammation, and support the motility of the digestive tract. For those of us with hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's, where digestion tends to slow down, ginger can give just a little nudge your system needs to keep moving without discomfort. To make it, peel and slice 1 ripe pear and steam it gently for about 5 to 6 minutes, just until soft. Then grate a little bit of fresh ginger. Start with a 1/4 teaspoon and stir it in once the pear is off the heat. You can mash it slightly or leave it in chunks, depending on what feels easiest to eat. This can be eaten warm, straight from the pot, or chilled and added to your chia pudding from earlier. It's a beautiful, natural way to satisfy a sweet tooth without any added sugar or processed ingredients. And because it's so easy on your system, it can be a go-to comfort food when your belly's feeling a bit off. And I want to take a moment here to say this. If your body has become more sensitive over time, that's not a failure. It's simply your body asking you to listen more closely. And that's exactly what we're doing with every recipe in this video. We're tuning in, responding with care, and choosing ingredients that help us feel nourished instead of drained. When you care for your digestion, you're not just easing bloating or reducing discomfort. You're creating conditions for every part of your health to thrive. Your thyroid, your immunity, your energy levels, they all depend on how well your gut is doing. So every time you reach for a meal like this pear and ginger compote, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're feeding your whole self. Now that we've gone through 4 beautifully gentle recipes, the broth-based soup, the chia pudding, the sweet potato lentil mash, and our soothing pear compote, we've got just one more dish to go. And I think you're going to love it. It's the kind of recipe that brings all the pieces together: warm flavor, texture, and that sense of calm after you eat. In the next part, we'll wrap up our journey with one final recipe that ties everything together. And I'll also share some encouraging reminders about what it really means to eat for your gut, your thyroid, and your well-being. Stick with me, because we're about to finish strong, with love, simplicity, and the kind of food that makes you feel good from the inside out. Still with me? I'm so glad you are, because we've already walked through some truly nourishing recipes, and we've saved one of the best for last. If you're someone who loves comfort food but often feels like you have to tiptoe around heavy dishes, this next recipe is going to feel like a gift. A meal that warms your belly, supports your gut, and leaves you feeling satisfied, not sluggish. Let's talk about our 5th and final recipe, a soothing turmeric coconut rice with steamed greens. This dish is gentle, grounding, and filled with flavors that calm your system from the inside out. It's especially helpful if your stomach is feeling sensitive after a long day, or if you just want a light but comforting dinner that won't disturb your sleep later on. We start with plain white jasmine or basmati rice. Yep, not brown rice. While brown rice is often praised for its fiber, it can actually be harder for sensitive stomachs to break down. White rice, on the other hand, is soft, low in fiber, and easy to digest while still giving you a steady source of energy. That's what we want. To make this healing version, cook your rice in a mix of water and full-fat coconut milk. About 1 cup of rice to 1 cup water, and 1 cup coconut milk works well. As it cooks, add a small pinch of turmeric, not just for color, but for its incredible anti-inflammatory benefits, and a little grated ginger or garlic if your stomach tolerates it. The result is creamy, fragrant, and incredibly gentle. Now, to balance it out and bring in some greens, steam a handful of baby spinach or bok choy until just wilted. These leafy greens are soft, full of magnesium, and easy on the gut, especially when cooked. If you're dealing with thyroid issues, just a quick reminder: steaming your cruciferous veggies, like bok choy, broccoli, or kale, helps reduce their goitrogenic effect, making them safer and easier to digest in moderation. Once everything's ready, plate the rice, top it with your greens, and drizzle a little olive oil or sesame oil over the top. Add a sprinkle of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon, if you'd like. It's colorful, calming, and totally satisfying. The best part? This meal helps support a calm nervous system, especially if eaten in a quiet, relaxed setting. The coconut milk provides healthy fats that are easy to absorb and help soothe the gut lining, while turmeric supports both thyroid and digestive health. And with the warm, soft texture, you're giving your body something it doesn't have to work hard to process. Now, if you're thinking that sounds amazing, but I don't always have the energy to cook, I want you to know that's okay. These recipes are meant to work with you, not against you. You don't have to cook from scratch every day. You can prep ahead, freeze small portions, or even invite a family member or a friend to help. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being kind to your body, one choice at a time. Let's take a breath together here and look at what we've just created. We started with a healing bone broth and veggie soup, a simple, soothing way to begin. Then we moved into a gut-friendly chia pudding, cool, creamy, and filled with fiber. We mashed together sweet potatoes and lentils for a comforting, thyroid-supportive meal. Then we lightened things up with a warm pear and ginger compote, gentle, sweet, and anti-inflammatory. And now, we've closed the circle with turmeric coconut rice and greens, grounding, satisfying, and incredibly healing. Each of these recipes wasn't just about taste. They were about listening to your body, responding to it, honoring it. Because when digestion becomes tricky, when energy feels low, or when medications start to feel like they're doing more harm than good, it's easy to feel frustrated or even discouraged. But your body isn't broken. It's just asking for a little more care, a little more intention. And food, real, whole, simple food, is one of the most powerful ways we can give it that care. If you've made it this far in the video, I want to take a moment to thank you. Truly, you showed up for yourself today. You took time to learn, to listen, and maybe even feel inspired again about what's possible in your kitchen and in your health. That matters. You matter. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What recipe are you most excited to try first? Have you already been cooking in a gut-friendly way, or is this all new to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone, and I love hearing about your journeys. If this video helped you feel more confident or hopeful, give a like. It really supports the channel. And if you'd like more simple, healing recipes for thyroid and gut health, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Remember, it's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about the little shifts, the ones that feel gentle, doable, and kind. You don't have to fix everything. Just nourish the next meal. Support your body where it's at, and trust that healing is possible, slowly, lovingly, one bite at a time. Here's to your happy gut, your thriving thyroid, and a life full of flavor, joy, and ease. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and be well.